Hello everyone, welcome to jobskillshare.org. This video is one of those videos that I make on my channel where I'm doing something related to IT, but this may help, normal home users also. So this is a new Microsoft Surface Go. This is not a review video. This channel is not about that. So I am not going to be nowhere near how people do reviews. So I'm just going to try to help you out with some information, and then I will also talk to my own members on this channel and platform. These are the IT pros. They're new to IT. Most of them are new to IT. So they will learn something from this, and I'm learning myself because it's brand new. I don't know exactly what's in this just by just kind of searching things. But the most important thing for you, if you bought this, turn this around and make sure you read this stuff. Now, the most important, thing is here. Windows 10 S. This is not your normal Home Pro Enterprise Edition. This is S, stands for more, I think, security. And this is, any application. What this means is like if you think that you're going to open a normal Windows-based application and you're going to install something that you bought on another machine, that's not going to work over here because everything needs to be working from a Windows app, which is cool in a way that if you want to keep this thing really secure, then yes, it's going to be secure. But for us, people who are in IT, this is like useless for us. To me, it's useless. So I need to go to the Windows Home or Pro Edition. They do have that option. But you know what? You got to pay for that. $100. I think $100 or something like that. I have to check that and I'll show it to you guys. But once you go to the Home or Pro, you actually cannot go back. Big one right there. So just just make sure you have to make your own decision. Do you want to buy this for your kids, or somebody has to like just search internet and stuff like that, and you really don't want them to install anything from outside or get hacked or anything like that, then just don't do anything with it. Don't change anything. Turn it on, set it up the way I'm going to set it up. And then if you don't want that, if you're an IT pro and you want to use this for stuff like remote tools and stuff like that, then you're going to have to put this back into Home or Pro. Another $100 right there. So if you're gonna pay $500 for this, 8 gigs, 128, space in there. That's what it comes with, And there's a smaller one too, and this fanless processor, so it doesn't have fan. Okay, it goes about 9 hours, what they say. Another $100, and if you want to turn this to 10 Home Pro, that's gonna be another $100. So you're looking about $800 for the one that is 8 GB RAM and stuff like that. Maybe the smaller one is a little cheaper. Is it worth it? Is it really your choice? I mean, that's going to be your choice because as an IT pro, I cannot take my laptop always hanging to my shoulder, and I started to feel like, okay, that's even if it's a lighter one, it start to it's just not easy for me. So I need to look for something even smaller, cheaper, where still I can do some of the things of how a normal IT person would do things, because we walk around and we try to help a lot of people in different ways. That will be my goal in this video, to what can I do as an IT professional with this stuff, so I'm gonna turn it on. I'm gonna remove all the stuff. I'm not gonna record that, and just come back with, just to show you how small this is. You can see it's in my hand, and this is the keyboard. This is the box right here. So we're gonna turn it on, and let's set it up for the first time. So to turn it on, you just have to click on this button right here, and then you will see the Windows circling. So it's gonna probably do like a first startup setup. So this is the first setup. I'm gonna choose English.
To help. A little sign in here, a touch of Wi-Fi there, and we'll have your PC ready for all you plan to do. Use your voice or the keyboard along the way, and if you'd like me to stay quiet, just select the little microphone icon towards the bottom of your screen. If you need an assistive screen reader, press the Windows, Control, and Enter keys at the same time to turn on narrator. Okay, enough intro. Let's dig in. United States. Is that right?
Yes. Yes.
Want to stick with that?
Yes.
Do you also type with another keyboard layout?
No. I'm pretty aggressive with Cortana.
Now let's get you connected to a network.
Oh, okay.
That way you can get updates, apps, and cat videos as soon as possible.
And here
Now
you
type your credentials.
here you'll just pick your home Wi-Fi network or any other network that you want to connect to. Okay, thank you. Next.
Now we have some important setup to do. Now let's see what's new from Windows. The legal stuff. In short, you'll need to select Accept.
I like when you start reading this and then it tells you that you can decline, but it says, oh, well, then no Windows. Okay. I'm forced to accept that.
Email address or phone number, then follow the instructions to sign in. I'll catch up with you once that's done.
So here is the kind of like a deal for you, a lot of new people. So if you want to log in with a Microsoft account, this is going to automatically picks up OneDrive and all that kind of stuff, and then email will be set up easily and all that. So if you have a Microsoft account, then you can actually use that. But if you don't want to do that, then you can use an offline account. This is where you can have
You're about to set up an offline account, but I wanted to make sure you know Windows works way better with a Microsoft account. Do you want to do that instead?
Me as an IT pro, I want to control these things myself, and I don't want Windows to do all of that stuff for me, and I don't like to be on an online account. So I'm gonna say, no, because I wanna
Type what you want
create
to
my
name
own
your
account. So I typed my name. Now it's asking me for the password.
If you forget it,
So after
choose
that,
the first question and type your answer.
so you can select the security questions. Make sure to you remember this. However you want to remember this, but make sure to remember this. Without this, you're not gonna get into your account again.
Set up now.
So you can set up a face, and with a wink, you can say it's a joke though. With your face, maybe you can sign in with that, but I don't like this kind of stuff. So I don't want to be like sleeping and someone put this on my face and damn, you're in. No.
I have permission to use the info I need to do my best work.
Cortana will need to ask this permission question where it can basically track a lot of your stuff and to help you basically. That's kind of like what the main thing about this is. But like I said, I just want this for troubleshooting stuff, so I'm gonna say no. Maybe for you may want to pick
Microsoft recommends.
So
go ahead and review them and select accept when you're ready.
So all of this you can say I don't want speech recognition, I don't want find my device, all that kind of stuff, diagnostic data, location. I'm just going to turn off this one, find my device, and turn on find my device. And this is kind of like helpful if you lose your device, so this may help you with that. But it does tell you must sign into your Windows with your Microsoft account. So I'm also going to turn off this one. I really don't. I can always come back and turn all these things on again if I need it, and then I can use it for the Microsoft account. So I might do that for that one just to make things easy, but if I want to use that. But for now, I don't want to use this. I'm just going to move forward. So right now, it's just getting started, just like a Windows 10 machine. It's taking that little time for setup. So when you start this machine for the first time, I would definitely recommend you to restart it so you can log in with your profile again just to make sure your password is working. Number one. Number second is like I told you that some of the application Microsoft allowed in this Windows S, you will see Windows, the Office Word, Excel, IE, all of these things work. But even some of the tools that we use for troubleshooting, like command CMD, if you try to, like, let's say click on this, and then go to run and just enter CMD, you see you're going to get this message where it says for security and performance reason, this Windows mode will not run this application because, blah, blah, blah. And that is something that you knew that is when you bought this, that's what's going to happen. You're going to miss out on many of these applications that you use on daily troubleshooting, especially for IT people. Home users probably don't even use this. But for home user, here's the thing. I'm sure you would want to install Chrome on this. browser or Firefox or something like that. So I downloaded Firefox directly. This is a software like exe file, right? You go there, download. You want to put the full browser on this machine. You don't want to use this little E or IE. And when you double click on this, then you get this first option like that, and say, oh, I want to run this anyway because I know this is a software, and it tells you for security reason this is blocked. So you see, you really can't run this again. You can do the test on different softwares. I feel like you're gonna get the same thing, but like I said, I'm doing this for first time also on this one, so I haven't tested every single application, but I feel like any exe file that is Windows just doesn't want you to install on this because of this one S version that you have, and that's why you're gonna get this. Other than that, it's a normal operating system, so you can plug in the keyboard with it. You can use some other tools and trying to do cool things with it. But most of the time, if you want to give this to, let's say, a kid or someone you want to protect them, then I think just giving them just like this, it's going to be enough, because then you don't need to worry about all these applications. So I was actually standing when I was buying this. I heard some lady talking about security. Then it is secure because it comes with its own I'm sure the security system. So if you go to the Windows Defender Security Center right here, these are apps. Actually, not this one. So I'm just gonna type. Let me just click on that. What it comes up. Yeah. So actually, it is an app that is already in it. So you can see. It is already protected. So virus and threat protection, because I was not logged into my account, so I'm missing out some of the features, but still other stuff are all protected. Firewalls is turned on, device security, all that. So you should be comfortable that this thing is protected. Microsoft is pretty good with this stuff now. So if you click on the virus one, this is automatically gets synced. You don't have to worry about this getting updated, or you need to buy a license for this. This is free. It comes with Windows. So make sure you don't get into this trap of buy a different software to run on this one. Then at first it's not going to work. Second, even if it's work, it's going to your performance is going to come down because antiviruses are a little hard on PCs. Protection option, you can see it should be turned on. Cloud protection is turned on. Automatic sample submission is turned on. All these submit a sample. So let's say, for example, you have an issue, you want to submit something manually, you can do that over here. You have other settings over there too, but I don't want to go through each and every settings. You'll probably already know about Windows 10, and that's some basic stuff in Windows 10. Now, the main feature that I was actually looking for, how do I turn this back? Because that's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm interested in. And after turning back, can I really run this application then? So that will be my test. So let's do that. Now to do that, you have to hold this key right here, and then the Windows icon right here. Click on System, and in System, then you're gonna have all these different options right here, where you can rename this machine, or specification, the version, all that stuff. If you have a product key, then you can also use that, but I'm not sure. A lot of people may not have this type of product key. It's so new. But if you do, maybe it's a business licenses and all that stuff, you can do that also. So change product key or switch to Windows 10 Pro. It tells you right there. If I click on this, then it tells me that, okay, these are your options. This is activated by a digital license. So what do you want to do? Do you want to upgrade this to Home, Windows 10? Go to different editions right here. Let's see what we have. Oh, right here. So I can upgrade this one to Home first. I don't know why, but upgrade to Workstation right here. It says buy, upgrade to Workstation. I have a Windows 10 Pro key. You can actually use that, and then you will see all these different features right here. What will happen? So when you turn it on with Windows Home version, then you're going to see all these features. If you turn it on with the Pro, then you're going to see all the other features. Hyper-V is in there too, so actually you can run a virtual machines inside this machine, and I know a lot of IT people probably would know what I'm talking about. Once you buy to upgrade to Windows 10 Pro, you're going to see install. Of course, you're going to pay for this stuff. Again, if you want to find something better, you have the key or you bought it somewhere else, I would prefer you go to the key and install it. If you want to pay for what the pricing are over here, then you just pay and you just get the install right away. Then you're going to get this option. Yes, let's go. And make sure you save your file before doing this stuff if you have done anything on this new stuff. So make sure you do that, because what if upgrades fail and something really bad happen, then you'll lose all these files. So as you can see, it's pretty quick. I think Microsoft already know how to make money from this, so they made it just to look a little nice to people, that you know what, this is gonna it's really upgrading, 10%, 20%, but they made it quick. So it's like they were ready for people to upgrade to from S to 10. So man, Microsoft. So you're going to see this a few times. It's gonna restart. So make sure you have a good power connected. Mine's full. So don't try to shut this down at this moment. If you do that, 90% I think you're gonna mess this machine up. All right, so this is ready to go now. So I'm gonna go ahead and click. So I'm not gonna. Why am I getting this again and again? I want a Chrome. Let's turn this off. I'm gonna do this. Run as an administrator. So I hold my finger on it, and I'm gonna run it as an administrator. Still want to install this from outside the store. So you see how. Switch out of S mode. Windows 10 gives you blah 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 blah. All that. I have Windows 10 S mode. S mode switch product key. Now the question is, am I on S mode or am I on a Pro? Because that's very tricky right here. It doesn't tell you anything that we welcome you are on Windows 10. Oh, it is. It says Windows 10 Pro in S mode. Okay. So I do need to click on, when it says see how, I clicked on it and say free, because you already paid for that. I'm going to click install on this, and let's see what happens. It says switch out of S mode. I mean, it's pretty confusing. If you paid for something, it says, oh, install this, restart, everything is restarted. After that, just say something, like, okay, you're on a Pro mode, or you're still in an S mode, so people don't get freaked out. Run as administrator. So I still need to do that. So you see, this is the problem with installation fail, installation of Google, another application product. Okay, because I had so many Google that I turned on after that. So right now you see it's working. Alright everyone, so nothing else after that. It's just a normal Windows 10 Pro machine, and I was able to install applications, and then I am going to update you when I go to the convention and how I used it, and I'm going to be showing this in the convention in Boston. So if you're around Boston, say holla, or that's where I'm going to do the review on this then, that hey, is it really worth for an IT professional? But times Windows S, and then just go to the Windows 10 in S mode FAQ by Microsoft, and then you're going to get to this right here. So there's a lot of good stuff that you guys can really look into it. So for an IT pro, this would be the important one. Can I join domain this device in S network? Probably they're gonna say it depends on whether you are using Azure ID, blah blah blah. So all that kind of stuff, it is available on here, on premises, and not available. So you do have to use this, or just go to Pro. All right, cool. Do read it. It's gonna help you. Thank you.